it's Half. I'm back again, and this time I am filming an Empties video. Yes, I have more than enough stuff to do one of these. So first of all, I'm going to start with the things that were in projects. So the first one, which if you watched my last video you would have already seen, was my Orly Bonder. Yeah, there's still some left, but it's unusable, so I'm counting that as done. The other one, if you watched my last update on my project pan, was this. The benefit that they're real. So I finished up that. And the newest one, which, yeah, I could have waited for an update of that, but I didn't, is the John Plunkett Day Moisturiser. She is cleaned out. She was almost gone when I did my last update anyway. So those things are all out of defined projects. There are quite a few samples in here, not all of which were in my sample thing, but I really just want to clear it out and start fresh. So I'm going to stick them in the bin since I finished. So I have a makeup remover bag. This is like a cheap brand from Kmart. I don't really like them, they're not properly quilted, so they fluff everywhere, which is not good. I also have a pack of the Whisper ones. These are much better. Prefer these ones, so I'd buy them again. I have a packet of Whisper original wipes. I have already rebought these ones. I really like these because they've got the little seal thing, so yeah. They're my preferred brand. I have this one of Fuss Free Naturals. These were the ones that smell like citrus and pineapple. I really, really liked these ones actually. I would consider rebuying these ones. Then I have a Rexona Clinical Protection, deodorant thingy. Should quite like this one. It was pretty good. I've actually rebought, I think in a slightly different fragrance, but I have rebought this one. I finally finished my Etude House Milk Talk Chocolate Body Wash. This stuff smells like chocolate milkshakes. Kind of slightly artificial chocolate milkshake, but chocolate milkshake nevertheless. It was okay. It came out of a Mimi box. I wouldn't repurchase it though. I finished a Clairol Professional Radiance shampoo. I don't think I'd buy this one. I wasn't particularly impressed with it. There was a bit of colour stripping going on, which not happy, Jan. I also finished a sample of the Neutrogena Pink Grapefruit Oil-Free Wash. I actually quite liked this one. I like the smell of it. Even though my skin's not particularly acne prone, I do get quite a few blocked pores through here, so yeah, quite like that one. I probably would consider buying that one. I have a sample of the Chlorane shampoo, which is supposed to be for coloured hair with pomegranate. I don't think I would rebuy this one. Wasn't that impressed with it. I also finished, this was from an old project pan, the one that kind of got rebooted, but I did finally finish this up. The CNP Laboratories Tone Up Protection Sun. I actually really liked this. If I could get hold of it easily, I would buy it again, but it came out of a Mimi box and most of that stuff's kind of hard to get, so yeah, if I could I probably would. I've got a few things that I am getting rid of because they're yicky. The first one, well actually no, this one was used up. This is I think it was in one of my projects at one stage. The Orly Second Dry. There wasn't a huge amount in there, but and it just completely gooped up in the end. But I pretty much finished that. But I have two base coats. These are super old. I opened them up and they smell horrendous. This one's Constance Carroll. This brand doesn't even exist anymore, I don't think. But it smells horrible. And this is a Collection 2000. You can still get this in England and New Zealand. A bit harder to get here in Australia now. But again, this is super old, so it's disgusting. And I'm getting rid of the Essence BB Cream in Universal. It is way too dark for me, and yeah, I just ended up really not liking it, so I took it out of the project that it was in and replaced it with something else that didn't make me feel so disgusting as this one did. So no, I would not buy this one again, actually. I really like Essence, but I wouldn't actually buy this. I don't think it ever set quite properly, so it was always kind of a bit sticky. I have to throw out my Lush Popcorn Lip Scrub. This ran out at the end of last year, like and I didn't really use it that much. I like the smell of it, like there's heaps in there. I liked the smell of it, but I don't really want to put something against my mouth that is over a year old, has been open for over a year. So I'm also getting rid of another brush. I got rid of one of these in my last one. This is a Manicare one. I've had this for donkey's ages, and it's just, it feels terrible. See, now I've got better brushes, I can tell the difference. I finished up my NYX felt tip liner. This thing kept drying out. It dried out so quickly. And it didn't stay on, even if I set it. And it also wasn't black. I mean, I don't know if there's enough in there to tell, but it's kind of greeny blue. It was just weird, and I just got completely sick and tired of it, so it's gone. And I finished an Avon Glimsticks Brow Definer. I found this in my collection, and I was wondering how much it had left in it, and I went to screw it up, and I got one use out of it. So it's been sitting in my collection for ages, and it was almost done. So yeah, that's in tawny. Yeah. Now all the rest are samples. Not all were in my sample challenge. Some of them are just ones that I'd already used or decided to use. The first one is a Mary Kay lipstick. I don't know how long I've had this for. It's just a little lipstick sample in toffee caramel. It was okay. I have another one somewhere that I've got to use up as well. I got the Neroli and Clementine hand cream from More, just a little sample. I probably would buy this one again. It's a really nice smell. I quite enjoyed it when I get through all the other ones that I have. I used up a PHR Recovery Leave-In Moisturiser. Again, it was okay. It wasn't anything amazing. I probably wouldn't buy it because it's hugely expensive, but it was okay. I used up, I have multiples of some of these. Okay, so I used up 2 of the Model Co facial wipes. They weren't that good. Yeah, they might have been double-sided and exfoliating and all that, but they really weren't that good. Wasn't impressed. I actually used up 2 of the exfoliating facial scrubs. The other one is still in the shower. I've been too lazy to go get it out. I did not like this. It was really rough. It's very much a what do they call that? More of a manual exfoliator, so it had like bits in it, like quite large chunky bits in it. Did not really like this at all. Don't particularly like the smell of the Monaco stuff either. I used up their Soothing Moisturiser. Do not like the smell of this. It's kind of gross. Yeah, I would not buy that again. Even if it is all natural ingredients, even if it is cruelty free, like it's got the little bunny and everything on the back of it, but I did not like the smell of it. This one is the Instant Miracle Booster. I didn't notice that it did anything in particular, but then it was only a fairly small sample. I used up Nivea Daily Essentials. It was okay. It was exactly what I expected it to be. Yeah, wasn't great, wasn't bad. I would buy this one. I have bought it before. I would buy that one. And I used a sample of the Garnier Miracle Blur, that 5-second perfect blur thing. I don't think that it did anything remarkable. Yeah, so what I've been doing is every time I use something up or have to throw it out, I have been jotting it down so I can come back and I can see how much value. Some of my stuff's like really old, so I don't really know how much I paid for it. So what I'm looking at is if it was a sample, like the value of that sample, and if it is something that I can replace, it would be the replacement cost of it. Just because sometimes it's too hard to tell, quite frankly. Yeah, so the stuff that I classed as throwaway, which was the Essence BB cream, the lip scrub, and the 2 old base coats, that was $25.60. Because that Lush popcorn thing, that was like $10 all on its own. And then the list of other stuff that I used up is a page and a bit long. And all of those samples and the things that I used up, the value of that was $136.62. So I'm actually really pleased with that. That means I got my value out of all of those things. So yeah, so that was my empties for probably a couple of months. I haven't really been keeping track of it. I just wait until I've got enough to do a decent video and then I do that. Yeah, so I will do another one of these when my bag gets enough in it to do one. If you want to subscribe, then click down there. Give me a thumbs up if you like these kind of videos, and leave me a comment down below. I try to respond to all comments, and I will see you in my next video. See ya!